Coach, can you walk us through the process of selecting Brandon Wimbush for your start?
Yeah, dating all the way back to McKenzie's injury and all the quarterbacks that were coming back, we said it was going to be an open competition. I believe firmly in letting those guys go through the process. I think it's important that they earn the job in front of their peers, and their peers recognize that they've earned the job. I thought all the guys played extremely well throughout training camp, and sometimes that's just coach speak, but I really truly believe that. But at the end of the day, I felt like Brandon played really consistent, very calm and confident in what he's doing. I think he's got great command of what we're doing. I think the players around him believe in him, and so that's why he got the nod.
Coach, you said in your release the other day about quarterbacks that Dillon Gabriel would also play. Was that a symptom of just being a close competition, or was it always a plan for whoever the top two were going to be, that the top two were always going to play?
I think it's indicative of the way that Dillon played during the course of training camp. We talked about it being a competition and it going deep into training camp. It was that way because of how they played. And Dillon's earned the right to have an opportunity to go out there and play some football. I think as a young player, that exposure will be really beneficial to him as well.
Josh, along those lines, what was your discussions with Quad and Dillon and when you broke the news to them, and what would you want to see out of those guys as you guys continue to move forward?
Really, we met as a collective unit, as an offensive or as a quarterback group, and we brought those three guys in along with Coach Levy. Told them that this is the direction of where we're heading. Talked to them about the strength of a position. The quarterback room is no different, even though there's typically only one guy playing. The strength of position can never be one guy. I think for our fan base, our football team, all you got to do is look back to the end of last year and understand that that's the case. I mentioned it earlier, just the guys in that room that aren't starting. The challenge is to continue to invest and invest even more, prepare even harder when your opportunity comes to be in a position to take care of it. But it's not just the quarterback room, it's all 125 guys inside of our team room. That is the challenge. And if you're not growing every single day, you're not going to put yourself in a position that when your opportunity does come, you're going to take advantage of it, or you're putting yourself in a position where you're never going to earn an opportunity to get out there and play.
Coach, for Dillon Gabriel to see immediate action as a true freshman, what did he do well? What impressed you the most just seeing him from spring to now?
Since he's been here, he's smart, confident, accurate with the football, good decision maker, all the things that you want out of your quarterback.
Coach, for Brandon, what are some of your expectations for him come Thursday on an individual basis and maybe from the team?
I expect him to play championship caliber football. He's got great command of what we're doing. Want to continue to put him in the right position, but to operate extremely efficiently at the quarterback position with the tempo that we play at, which is probably a little bit higher tempo than he was accustomed to as far as the experience at Notre Dame. Expect him to take care of the football, just be a distributor of the football, get the ball in our guys' hands and have an opportunity to go make plays. He's our starter because we certainly believe that he's going to do those things.
Coach, obviously there was a lot of attention this camp about quarterback and who was going to start. Can you share, personally what it was like for you coming into Oklahoma from junior college? Was it a situation where you were competing with guys? Did you find out in camp that you were starting, or can you just kind of tell us a little bit about that?
My experience was a little bit different. They've been running triple option there. There were a couple quarterbacks that could transition into drop back passers. By the end of spring ball, it was kind of my job, and some of that was maybe my play, but some of it was just who else was in the room at that time and the system being a little bit different. I think anytime you go through a quarterback battle, it's hard, it's intense. You live and die with every throw, but at the end of the day, that's kind of how you got to play too. You're a decision maker, you have the ball in your hands every single play. I think that competition, that experience has a chance to have that entire room grow throughout it and understand the urgency that you have to prepare and play with. Which is going to be important through the schedule that we face this year.
Josh, any update on Daryl Mack on his status?
Yeah, he's doing better, being able to get a little bit further into his rehab, but he's not in a position that he'll be practicing here this week.